pick Hecarim. It was kind of surprising, actually. But they lost the Sivir, which
kind of made things a little more difficult in terms of pulling off the team comp that they have been winning with this entire time. Let me check some stuff, see if I can't find out some more information on champions that were being used for these guys.
For those of you watching, right after this series, we'll be launching into our final series between MSOE Fear and Deathcap for Cutie. So stick around after this Best of 5 series to see another Best of 5 to determine the winner. At stake is a great amount of RP and a 10-win IP bonus, I think. And the champions get a Triumphant Rise skin.
Yeah.
Rise.
That is the only way to get that specific skin is to win a tournament.
Yeah.
So the next time you see a tournament going on in your area, be sure to apply for it, or at least try to attempt to beat it.
Especially if you're a Rise player, if you want that skin. It's pretty cool, I'm going to say.
Yeah, and even if you aren't really a Rise player, you can still show it off.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Like, you never know when you might magically get in an ARAM game where you have Rise, and you're like, well time to show off what I can do.
Yeah. This isn't much. This is just my Rise champion skin. Show it off.
Yeah, But, so, I'm looking at these guys' lists. Come to find out, Final Light Gaming, 3 of their guys had pretty much the top laner. They made Gnar. That's their.
That explains a lot.
That's the one that they use the most. The jungler, third most used jungler is J4.
Okay.
Mid laner, second most used mid laner, Orianna. I don't know. There's a lot of potential threat going to. There's a lot of threats from their mains if they don't actually start to target them. Like, Syndra is really good to target in this situation because that's the mid laner, their number 1 mid laner.
Yeah.
Lucian, second most used ADC for the ADC.
And we saw him do a lot of damage the first game with it, too.
Right.
And Blitzcrank, I'm guessing, that supports number 1 support?
No.
No?
It's actually Nami.
Oh, we saw that the other. Didn't we see? Yeah, I think we played that, didn't he?
Yeah. So, all right, we're gonna try and catch up.
I think it's the same ban list as last time too.
It is exactly the same list of bans.
And Badid takes a much more.
Ha! He goes with his comfort pit.
he's taking his favorite jungler, Rek'Sai.
Yep.
I haven't seen him play this yet in this tournament.
People have been banning him because they've been doing some research on him, but
I think that let's see how comfortable they feel with just giving him Rek'Sai. We'll see. If it doesn't come back to hurt them, I don't think they'll care about not banning it next time. But if it does, we'll see if it's going to be like the Hecarim effect, where we saw a very strong Hecarim.
Right.
We'll see a very strong Rek'Sai. They'll take J4 again. Is that their support on top, or is that their top laner playing Nautilus now?
Looks like this is going to be their top laner.
Okay.
If they stick with Thresh.
Again with Lulu, he's just taking utility every game. Like, if they're going to give him Lulu, he's just going to take it. I wonder if they keep taking that, or if they should try to change that up, though, because they've taken Lulu every game, and wins and losses, she's been there, and she's been proven to show very useful with her ult and her shield and escape. But
right. I think that is still probably a good look. Lulu fits into a lot of different team comps, so I mean, they have to be aware that they're not gonna get all that much AP damage up front in that situation. It's not going to be a burst down of one person, and then if they keep that person alive long enough, it'll be another burst down or more damage in a sustained manner or massive CC. But, I mean, Lulu still fits, I think, especially considering we're going with a Trundle and a Misfortune.
Yeah, so I wonder whose support's going to be. MFs.
But my concern is that by throwing out Nautilus and J4 and Thresh that quick, in all honesty, I'd pick an ADC that had a little more mobility and would actually be able to synergize really well with Blade of the Ruined King.
So someone like, who would you think would be like very good with that?
I mean, you got your standards, Vayne and Kindred, but anyone who you're going to see more auto attacks from them, like an auto attack relying ADC, like maybe Quinn. I like playing Quinn. In fact, I am a Quinn main, so I would completely go with that idea if I was in that situation. But Blade of the Ruined King, I think, is going to be really important in terms of handling that whole situation going on with Final Light Gaming's team composition. I don't think they're going to do Twisted Fate. Like, I know they're showing it, but I'm not under the impression they're going to run that.
No, where would he run?
There's only one place he'd really go. It would be jungle. Yeah, because Trundle would go support.
Yeah, and then you'd hit. Okay.
No, he'd go top, actually. I'm sorry.
And then would you run Rex?
No, Rek'Sai's going to be jungle.
Yeah.
Maokai, there we go.
Okay, so we have an act. Okay.
They both still have exhaust. I don't know who's going where.
Yeah, neither do I. This will be interesting. So, Trundle, it's either Trundle or probably Trundle support, wouldn't you think, right?
Right.
What does Trundle support bring to the table then? I haven't seen that in a while.
Well, Trundle's Q actually eats or absorbs AD from whoever he targets. So you got that to worry about. Like when you get in a team fight, if he has exhaust, if he bites them, then exhausts them, they pretty much are doing nothing. His W is pretty much a movement speed, attack speed boost. So if he throws down the W in the middle of a team fight after doing all that, you pretty much are in fight or flight mode, and you pretty much can only pick fight.
Yeah.
His E, if I'm not mistaken, is a pillar. Calls it the ice pillar. You've seen that a few times already, where it throws down a slowing field, and if he aims it correctly, it's actually a knock up.
Yeah.
And his ult actually drains tank stats. So that was actually a really, really good pick in this situation, with Nautilus being one of the most dominant tanks in the current meta right now.
And Jarvan, who was tanking very well last game too, he can deal with both of those being support.
Right.
So we see the return of the Thresh Jhin lane, and Lux will be mid then.
Right. Okay, so right now they have a team fight count group. Final Light Gaming has a team fight group too.
So look at that team comp. Is that mostly an 80 team comp for Flash Final?
For Final Light,
or is no, he doesn't make 80, does he? Thresh.
No, he's AP. Well, he's supposed to be an AP tank support. That's how I normally play him.
Okay.
You can play him as an ADC too, just because he gets a really. What is it? It's not death sentence. His flay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his flay will do a substantial amount of damage if you give it enough time to build up. But I don't know. I wouldn't call it an AD team comp though.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure because of Thresh if he was 80 or 80, but because it's pretty balanced otherwise. That's
Right.
all. That was the only one that I was wondering.
Like Jhin and Lux are going to be the main carries for their team.
Yeah.
Marquette though, again, I'm going to have to see how the Rek'Sai plays out, because right now the main carry I see is Misfortune. So it's going to be pretty much all up to everyone to protect Misfortune. If Misfortune can live through all of her fights, that's it. That's the game. If she gets taken out early, there isn't much else that they can do.
Yeah.
That'll be it too. So
I mean, they have they have 3 guys who can build tank, and a Lulu who can make her be a giant Misfortune to run away. So like, she does have the protection around her to definitely live through fights. I believe. Like,
right.
I could see her definitely like it's possible for them to protect her. It's also possible for her to be taken down.
Right.
But the only thing is, like, Jarvan has to try to jump on her to get to her.
Right.
But can he?
Right. Like, in this situation, if that Jarvan was actually a Twisted Fate jungle, I'd be like, all right, that's actually really threatening. Because they think that they're going to protect Miss Fortune, but he's just going to go straight to her.
Yeah.
Like, there's no... You can't completely protect someone like that when you have someone who could just warp behind your entire line like that.
And just be like, hello, and take her down, then not really care, because she's all your damage.
Right.
So, like, then you just are left with, even if you take down TF, you're just dealing with another like, it's kind of a wash at that point.
Right, because in the end, it would just be pretty much tank, 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 Lulu.
3 tanks and a Lulu.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, he has the traditional Trundle skin.
Ah.
Oh, before they changed his backstory and like reworked him a little bit, he looks really creepy actually. Not gonna lie.
That's what happens when skin's falling off.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Because then they have like this crazy reheal factor, and that's why he like looks like that. But he has like a disease that's constantly.
Yeah, he essentially took on the curse of all the trolls.
Oh.
Because all of them kind of look like that, but because his regeneration factor was so strong, he just kind of took on the entire, species curse.
Yeah, and he's just like, it's like making him disintegrate, but at the same time he doesn't. He's regenerating fast enough where it's,
kind of like Deadpool.
a lot like Deadpool.
In fact, Trundle kind of reminds me of Deadpool a little bit now.
Yeah, with his little trolly dance, where he just kind of does like.
Oh, geez. I didn't even think about it. I never made that connection. That actually is okay.
Oh, sorry, folks. We're going to reorder the stack a little bit here.
Okay, then. Well,
all right. Yeah. I like how they teams now are just like so looking for that invade so much, but neither team's invading. They're just kind of sitting there like, "Are you invading?" And then the other one's like, "No, wait, are you invading?" They're just kind of like sitting there like waiting for something.
I'm saying it's just to make sure no one's trying to do anything. You want standard starts.
Yep.
I don't know if people actually I thought I heard one of the matches ended up with a lane swap, but
yeah, that was an earlier one. It was Calabash Bros against Cell Swords. There was a lane swap by Calabash Bros, and it didn't really work out in their favor. It ended up the Cell Swords ended up just kind of letting themselves get pushed in a tower and farmed well, and it didn't work out in the end for Calabash.
Okay.
But that's the only time I've seen that so far here, but I don't know if that's happened in any other games.
Okay. So the really good thing, I guess, with this Maokai Nautilus fight, though, when when Maokai does his gap closer, he actually does % health damage.
Oh.
So with Nautilus trying to pump himself up as much as he possibly can, the more he puts into his health, the more damage Maokai is actually going to do when he goes to root him.
Mm-hmm. So,
see, there's the pillar. And is that going to be enough? No, but it burns flash. That works.
It works. Yes, it does. Yeah, that was kind of a sickening pillar there. It was just like this gross sludge thing.
What, you weren't one of the kids who always went to go catch Grimers and muck when you played Pokemon?
Nope.
No. You didn't even think about that.
No, I didn't. Oh no, it's an early gank by Rek'Sai who's going to go after this Nautilus. Nautilus is going to pull himself away, but will take a substantial amount of harass, and we'll have to back here.
Yeah, he burned his flash too, so chances are Rek'Sai is going to come right back.
Yeah, Rek'Sai's on the hunt right now. So we're looking at last game. Jin got really fed. Like he got a lot of kills later on, but early game he's kind of like I feel like they have a chance to shut him down for doing. Oh, Trundle gets the pillar up. Miss Fortune is going to what? Oh, that's his movement thing. I was wondering what is that big red?
Yeah, like I said, no, the new Trundle, that turns blue. That turns
Yeah,
white
so
and
you
blue.
can
so
tell.
you can
That
tell.
looked. I was like, what is that?
Yeah. But the traditional